Okay, so now we have our to-do list. We can type in entries, but if we try to type in something new and hit enter, you'll see that hitting the enter key causes the page to refresh, and that's not exactly what we want. So what we can do is we can take a look at this input field, and you can see that it has an ID. That ID is new to do. And we want to make it so that when you press the enter key that it will call the add item function. So if we come back into Atom and look at our JavaScript, we can take a look at selecting that new to do. And there's another kind of event that we can watch called on key press. And this will fire a function, and that function will have an argument of event. So all of these event handlers that we've defined actually have an argument called event. You'll see here that I've added these into the other functions. The event allows us to see what is happening on that specific event handler that's being called. So in this case, the event is going to be which key, what time, all these other elements that we care about so that you know when you pressed a key. If we output this to the console, we can take a look at what is going on. So let's pull up our console. Let's type in A. There's an event. Here's B and C. So you can see that there's a type of key press, a timestamp, and a bunch of other information. So if we take a look at what's in here, you'll see that we have a character code. You can also see that we have this one called which, and this one called key code. So the best way to think of this is like which key was pressed. And so we'll go ahead and use which is number 99. If we type in the enter key, again, the page will refresh. So we can't see the console log from the enter key. So we have this key press. We had outputted those. We have console.log event. If we output our events, we'll see A, B, C. And what we can do is we can say if event.which equals 13 add item. And if we do this, it's still going to refresh the page. So if we do test and hit enter, you'll kind of see that it went down there, but it also refreshed the page. So event.prevent default is a function that we can call here. So this is a method on the event that says do not refresh the page. Do not do whatever the default command is that is going to be following that event. So that might be a click. So when you click on a link, it would normally take you to another page. Prevent defaults on that click event would stop that from happening. So in this case, we're going to call add item, which is this function. And then we're going to do event.prevent default. So now I can say do laundry and hit enter, and the item will show up down below. Now the only way that we knew what this line was is that if you Google JavaScript key codes, 13 is the enter key. In the event itself, we have access to which, we have access to char code, we also have access to key code, and any one of these three would work. So I'm going to go ahead and keep which, and that will go ahead and add that.